Shibata Corporation. Thank you to come back to the screen. And we have prepared two questions for you. Perhaps we can start with the first one, which goes, what are the most important points in forming a JCM model project?
Okay, thank you very much. In Sri Lanka's case, some of these answers that I touch upon in my presentation. The first is that it's very important to have deep understanding of Sri Lankan economy and business environment. And it's also important to understand that to have a business experience in Sri Lanka. And if you are planning to apply the JCM model project by renewable energy projects, it is a must to have understanding of the renewable energy business and its system in Sri Lanka, and including a feed-in tariff feed system. And for the renewable energy businesses, the challenges are always license acquisition and financing for huge initial investments. So it is recommended to establish the international consortium with companies or organizations which have enough experience for those works, and which can also formulate feasible, reliable, and profitable projects to fulfill purpose and standard of JCM model projects.
Thank you very much. And then we have a second question for you, which is, what are the difficulties or challenges in implementing a JCM model project? And if you could also share ways you overcame such challenges with the audience?
Okay, thank you very much. And actually, our project is still going on. And so it is expected to have further difficulties even from now. And I don't want to receive them. But anyway, until now, the one issue for our project was the COD deadline required by PPA. And it means that the deadline of COD is not long. We have only we can say that it's short time. So that we review our schedule and progress, especially of the procurement and construction process again and again. And we are implementing those works in rush in order to be in time of the required deadline. And one more thing is that we have faced unexpected planning change from our plan as of the application period. And for example, the large material price change was happened. And that is due to the global supply chain disruption and the Sri Lankan macroeconomy's drastic change. And but for both difficulties or challenges, our team reported and asked consultation to GEC openly. And we have found their solution with following JCM rule and regulation by the GEC's advice. So again, that I strongly recommend that for the applicants or the implementers to have the good communication and ask any things to GEC anytime.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that information. Indeed, I think for companies who are going to start a project in Sri Lanka, I think they appreciated knowing about the short COD deadline and that they probably need to have a pretty strong plan for procurement and construction, as you said. So thank you very much. I think that's a very valuable information for our audience today. So thank you very much, Kida-san, for sharing your thoughts and also for your presentation. Thank you.
Very much.
And then, so we actually asked Mr. Morita from Yuko-Keiso the same questions, and he also kindly sent us the video recording of his answers. So go ahead, thank you.
I'd like to answer the first question. What are the important points in forming the JCM model project? As presented in the last slide, the most important thing in JCM model project is close communication between representative participants and local partners. Therefore, the most important point when forming JCM model project is to build a close relationship between representative participants and local partners. Actually, we held meetings and communicated frequently to share information when forming the project. And this helped both companies to understand information about the project and to build a relationship of trust with each other. I'd like to answer the second question. What were the difficult points in implementing a JCM model project? How did you overcome them? Projects implemented through JCM model project require high consideration for the environment. In our project, it was necessary to retrieve freon from existing chillers and air conditioners to prevent it from dispersing into the atmosphere when these units were removed. This is because freon can cause serious environmental effects. We requested the installer to recover the freon in an appropriate method to prevent any negative impact on the environment from this project.
Thank you. And those were the answers to the questions from Mr. Morita from Yuko-Keiso. And once again, I would like to thank all the speakers who joined us today for providing insightful information from different perspectives, from Japan's government side, Sri Lanka's government side, from the private sector side. I think it was very insightful for our audience.